Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in to my super chat. Thank you so much. Your support is greatly appreciated, and I know you have other things to spend your money on, but if you want to support my voice long term, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am greatly appreciative. Ladies and gentlemen, notice how when they deceptively edit, when they edit William Barr's quote in a misleading manner, they're forced to apologize. Fox News, NBC admits Chuck Todd's Meet the Press deceptively edited Barr's remarks on Flynn. NBC News' Chuck Todd aired a deceptively edited clip of Attorney General Bill Barr discussing the Michael Flynn case during his Meet the Press broadcast on Sunday, prompting the network to concede the mistake hours later. But there's still no word on whether Todd will apologize on air. Of course, he almost certainly won't. If he does, it won't really be a full apology. It'll be like, well, for an administration that lies all the time, Asked by CBS News' Catherine Herridge, who's absolutely fantastic, how history would judge the DOJ's decision to move to dismiss the Flynn case, Barr initially responded laughing, well, history is written by the winners, so it largely depends on who's writing the history. After the brief clip aired, Todd remarked he was, quote, struck by the cynicism of the answer. It's a correct answer, but he's the Attorney General. He didn't make the case that he was upholding the rule of law. He was almost admitting that, yeah, that was a political job. In the full clip, which the NBC show did not air, Barr immediately went on to state, hold on one second. The full clip, which the NBC show did not air, Barr immediately went on to state explicitly that, in fact, he felt the Flynn decision upheld the rule of law. I think a fair history would say it was a good decision because it upheld the rule of law. It upheld the standards of the Department of Justice, and it undid what was an injustice. You had Hillary Clinton, who constantly stated she didn't send or receive anything marked classified, anything classified. It was a security review. I deleted yoga emails. I did it for convenience. And yet, the Justice Department never interviewed anybody associated with Clinton under the pretext of, well, this is a widespread investigation, and we have to get this person to lie or get this person fired. That never happened. Number one. Number two, they were interviewing Michael Flynn on transcripts that they already knew did not break the law. Number three, Michael Flynn already knew that they had the transcripts. He was the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency under President Obama. Number four, we don't have the actual 302s. They are lost now, according to Devin Nunes. Number five, these agents were anti-Trump agents. They just wanted to get Flynn fired or say that he lied to them. But they asked him questions that had nothing to do with Trump-Russia. Then you get the notion that he could have been, they could have used that against him. The Russians could have used that against him to leverage, to impose this leverage upon him to get him to do things for them. It's like, well, the Flynn was doing everything he needed to do for our national security. He wanted them not to retaliate. He wanted them to not retaliate because of sanctions. He was literally trying to ease tensions between two former adversaries or current adversaries because Democrats lost the election and blamed Russia. And you have CrowdStrike admitting, and I've been saying this forever, Robert, you're 100% right. Valerie Rogers, don't expect the truth from exactly. We don't have the 302s. We don't know if he lied. And furthermore, even if he lied about conversations that were not illegal or unlawful in any way, what does that have to do with the Russia investigation? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nothing. Then they said, well, he spoke to Sergei Kislyak. So what? So what? He wasn't a private citizen. He was the incoming national security advisor. Within the spirit or the context of that law, the Logan Act, he wasn't just some private citizen. They tried to get him on a technicality. Whereas with Clinton, they literally, let me just read you this. They shipped a laptop in the mail. This is when you get people, this is the Daily Beast. Every once in a while, the Daily Beast writes something interesting. And then they say, oh my God, the rule of law. The rule of law. Oh my God. This administration lies more than anyone has ever lied. Hillary Clinton's team lost a laptop full of her emails in the actual mail, and they believed this. Who in their right mind would believe they lost a laptop full of classified intelligence in the mail? A laptop filled with Hillary Clinton's emails is missing. The FBI just revealed it makes the stink around Hillary's private account even worse. Notice the plausible deniability is still at play here, even with this great article. Shane Harris, great article. A laptop containing a copy or archive of emails on Hillary Clinton's private server was apparently lost in the postal mail. They shipped a laptop full of Clinton's emails in the mail, the postal mail. Does anyone believe this? You're talking about the most grandiose form of deception. Who believes this? Who believes this? According to an FBI report released Friday. So they just, nobody's grilled about where, who sent what in the mail and when it was sent. Along with it, a thumb drive that also contained an archive of Clinton's emails. This is also the classified emails. The Donald Trump campaign has already called for Clinton to be for a careless handling of sensitive information. The missing laptop and thumb drive raised a new possibility that Clinton's emails could have been obtained by people for whom they weren't intended. Gee, you think? It was lost in the mail? When was the last time you lost something in the mail? The United States Postal Service is pretty amazing in terms of getting a package or a letter to the intended recipient. The FBI director has already said it's possible Clinton's email server system could have been remotely accessed by foreign hackers. Well, gee, you think? They lost a laptop in the mail. Does anyone believe this? This is the Daily Beast. Because they craft this version of reality that does not exist. They lie more. They cheat more. They're more deceptive. They lie about the biggest issues. President Trump might say, oh, well, I had the biggest crowd size in U.S. history. And then they might say, no, it's not true. Then they'll obsess over it. And then a lot of the fact-checking is just like nuance or, splitting hairs. Well, Biden never condemned Trump's travel ban when the crisis started. Yes, he did. The moment he implemented the travel ban, Biden then writes, well, there's no time for xenophobia now, Trump. Then they say, well, in the tweet, he didn't mention the actual ban. Well, what do you think he was referencing? He wanted to go ahead and play both sides because he knew that the restrictions were warranted, but he didn't want to be on record. So he just wanted to play on the assumption that there was just negative motive or nefarious xenophobic motives behind what Trump was doing. In January, by the way, over a month before Cuomo even started addressing the crisis, and then Trump is viewed as, he was told in January. No, he wasn't. We have no evidence of that. It is a Washington Post article that cites anonymous sources, just like the anonymous sources that said he called country a you-know-what hole. So, the revelation of the two archives is contained in a detailed report about the FBI's investigation of Clinton's private email account. The report contained new information about how the archives were handled. The FBI has found that Clinton's emails contain classified information. And this was before the archives on the laptop and thumb drive were constructed by aides in 2013. using a convoluted process before her emails were turned over to the State Department and later scrubbed to determine which ones had classified information. No, they weren't scrubbed. Her attorneys used keyword searches and other methods to assume or to forecast or predict which would be classified and not classified. Her attorneys are not the United States government, had no authority to decide what was classified or not classified. This is the biggest cybersecurity debacle of all time. And this is one of the many reasons why they're not going to win in 2020 with Clinton again. Trump hasn't even begun to fight, ladies and gentlemen. So, and everyone knows there's a double standard. Everyone knows that when Democrats are caught, then they just, they just say, well, sorry, not sorry. The archives in the laptop and thumb drive were constructed by Clinton aides in 2013 using a convoluted process before her emails were turned over to State Department officials and later scrubbed to determine which ones had classified information and should either be withheld from public view or could be released with redactions. The archive of messages would contain none of those safeguards, potentially exposing classified information. If it were open, then its contents read. You think maybe someone... the laptop exists someplace. If it was lost in the mail, the post office has it or someone else has it. So, message to all the Democrats or wonderful media, if you receive Clinton's laptop, notify the FBI, or actually, notify the Justice Department. Yeah, notify William Barr and John Durham. The FBI has found that Clinton's emails contain classified information, including information derived from U.S. intelligence. Her campaign has disputed the classification of some of the emails. Only the media would allow a campaign to dispute the classification of emails. Only the media would allow that. Only the media. And again, here's the difference. Michael Flynn set up, framed, with anti-Trump agents, asked about a discussion that had nothing to do with any alleged Trump-Russia nonsense. They never had any evidence Trump worked with Russia, yet they investigated on the possibility that evidence existed. Let me repeat. James Clapper, Susan Rice, Sally Yates, Attorney General Loretta Lynch, John Brennan, CrowdStrike CEO, never had direct evidence that Russia even hacked the DNC. They don't even have it. I've told you this from day one. The ODNI report is in the description of every single one of my segments on H.A. Goodman's other channel, this channel, and Bizarro World Goodman. By the way, subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman if you are on Facebook. Share my latest Times of Israel article, Hillary Clinton, not Biden, will be nominee. Share that everywhere on Facebook, ladies and gentlemen. I will have told everyone the future 4 years before it took place. In 2017, at the beginning of 2017, all of 2018, all of 2019, and almost all of 2020. I have a feeling she's probably going to wait until the day of the convention and let it just continue to fester. This Biden wound the Democrats have. This festering, blistering Biden contusion. The Clinton campaign wants people to beg them. Wants people to beg them. They want to be begged. Democrats haven't had enough of Biden. They need more Biden. Hey, man, come on now, people, now, come on now. Hey, man, Trump, you slept through this crisis, man, come on now, you know the deal. When I was fighting cornflakes and doing push-ups and making sure nobody could hear my live streams, come on now, you know the deal. People now. So, you have just this endless nonsense. The Durham probe is picking up. Jacob, thank you. Jacob Reed, thank you. The Durham probe is picking up. And you have media trying to cover up anything that William Barr and John Durham uncover. Michael Flynn's been exonerated. The DOJ dropped the case. They are going to reverse every single remnant. Every single... It'll be like the Mueller probe never... let's put it this way. The Mueller probe, the only lasting impact will be dismantling the Mueller probe. They have no evidence that even one Facebook ad swung the election, and they have no evidence that any of the Facebook ads were ordered by Putin. Because when they indicted Russian intelligence officials, they did so under the evidence obtained by Company One, which was CrowdStrike, which just recently admitted, well, we found out that they admitted long ago they don't have any direct evidence. How come nobody says journalists, Democrats, without evidence claim Trump worked with Russia? Then they say Trump might have worked with Russia, and even that is a statement that's not true. There's no evidence that Trump even might have worked with Russia. They literally paid for, the DNC and the Clinton campaign paid for their own investigations and their own scandal. They had to contrive and actually outsource and pay for a controversy because their scandals and controversies are so monumentally horrendous. So they ended up paying for a scandal. Where's the Trump dossier? Where's the dossier on Madam Secretary and Bill? I want to know. I want to know the dossier that says that they enjoy fluids raining down upon them in Moscow hotel rooms. Where is that? Where does that exist? I would love to see where that exists. Where does that exist, that dossier? Do you have to buy one? Because Trump can afford it. Trump can afford it. Why can't Trump buy a dossier? And interestingly enough, anything correlation equals causation with Trump. Correlation never equaled causation with Clinton. Never, 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 never. Money flowing into the Clinton Foundation 30 different times, and then beneficial treatment taking place all the time for each person that gives money. It's just, come on. You can't prove anything. They were doing it for altruistic purposes. But Russia interfered because Russia also purchased Facebook ads, apparently, that disparaged Trump. Russia also helped compile the Steele dossier. So which one is it? Did Russia hurt Trump or Clinton? And by the way, notice how Democrats never explain how Clinton was harmed. Because the DNC emails showed corruption? When they say that Clinton won the 2016 primary, do they also say that the Russians interfered by showing how she really didn't win, how she cheated? They're all over the place. The DNC email showed that Bernie Sanders was cheated. Gary Williams! The Nostra Goodman guy is a machine. Mitch McConnell. I want to thank you. I don't know if I could do my Mitch McConnell voice now. But I want to thank you, Gary Williams. Thank you. Gary Williams, thank you. Thank you, good sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's, Gary, thank you very much, Gary. They shipped a laptop in the mail. Hillary Clinton's team lost a laptop full of her emails in the actual mail. Now, here's what the FBI believed with Clinton. They lost her laptop in the postal mail. They literally shoved a laptop full of classified emails in the mail. They didn't want UPS they couldn't find anyone to actually physically hold a laptop and take it on a plane or drive. They couldn't find anyone to do that. According to the FBI, months later, Hanley found the archive laptop at her personal residence and worked with another person to transfer the emails to a technology company, Platte River. And I explained that Platte River and Dado almost certainly have all of Clinton's emails, even the deleted ones. With Clinton's had hired to manage the email system. This is unbelievable. This is the most convoluted, overt deception. And nobody cares. They get away with everything because nobody cares. That's the issue. Nobody cares. No, they do not care. All you hear about is, you type in Trump, you get senators will grill top health officials. Trump abruptly ends press conference after contentious exchange with reporters. Why is Jimmy Kimmel response to Trump's Twitter rant? Why do we need Jimmy Kimmel, of all people, to respond to anything? This is a man this is a guy who had the Man Show. What was that? Where he did everything you're not supposed to do in this day and age. And he gets away with it also. He gets away with his impersonation of Karl Malone. He gets away with everything. How he treated women. And now he has to weigh in. Who cares what he thinks about anything? Jimmy Kimmel responds to Donald Trump's tweet. Oh my goodness. Oh, I now know how dearly this administration values truth. Jimmy, do you have Clinton's mailed laptop in the mail? They mailed a laptop, Jimmy Kimmel. Not that you would care. You have these people now quarantined in their home who, they should go ahead and President Trump needs to, every single every single campaign ad, put every Democrat in the mask, in the protective mask. Just show them in the mask, and then 4 months from now, people, because it's not a natural thing for Americans to see others in masks, but for Democrats, it's like a badge of courage. So every single photo of Pelosi should be with her wearing the protective mask. Or the N96 mask, as Biden calls it. They view it as like a badge of courage. And it's like the best thing that'll happen in November, because I don't think people realize, like, they don't understand, like, this. I will have made, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest political call of all time. At first when I said that, I was like, I'm just kind of playing around, but not really, kind of, but sort of. But now it's like the biggest political call of all time. Nobody, people are talking about it now, but they're talking about it only because they finally realize it's all a charade. I have been telling you since 2017, I am the only person who accurately evaluated and gave an analysis of what's going on. And it's taking place slowly but surely. It's taking place. They're not going to end up with Biden. Biden was never a viable candidate when he was young and spry and healthy and lucid. He wasn't viable when he was viable, if that makes any sense. He was never a viable candidate, even when he was a potential viable candidate. Hello, ICAS80, hello. You know what? I think that we need some life in this live stream. And the only thing that gets me going is Joe Biden. Well, actually, the only thing that really gets me going is Hillary Clinton. But the only thing that gets me going is Biden. Yeah. Biden declaration. You know the thing, man. You know the thing. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah. Hold on one second. Get ready to have your mind altered, baby.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
You know the thing. Why talk about it if you know the thing? Cornflakes was a bad dude. Corn Pop was a bad dude. He was a bad dude. Bad. Bad. Bad to the bone.
And I did, and back in those days, to show how things had changed, and I did over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was a bad dude, bad to the bone.
And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
He was a bad dude with other bad dudes.
And I did, and back in those days...
You did what? What did you do? You said you're doing something. Come on, man. And you know the deal. You think this guy is going to be the nominee? Huh? You don't think that it's all a charade? I will have made this call 4 years prior to it happening. It's the biggest political prediction of all time. But, I mean, you look at it, it's like, Any rational person would have come to my conclusion. But they didn't.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Bad. Bad. Bad to the bone.
And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Bad dudes, bad dudes. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Okay, hold on one second. Oh yeah, now we're getting heated up, baby. Getting heated up. Now we get to the now we have to get to the cure worse than the problem. Yes. Notice how nobody ever plays this. My God, could you imagine if Trump said this? My God almighty, could you imagine if Trump said this? Okay, hold on one second.
We talked about Trump saying the government would reassess the recommended period for keeping businesses shut and people at home. Are you at all concerned, as Trump said, that we cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself?
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
What? What the...
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
And you know the deal. Cornflakes was a bad dude. And we have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what. Because if we don't take care of the cure, the problem won't be worse.
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
We have to take care of the cure that will make the problem worse no matter what. So we have to take care of a bad cure that will make the problem worse no matter what. There, I think that's what he's saying. We have to take care of the cure that will make the problem worse no matter what. Somebody wrote in the comments, we have to take care of the problem that no matter what will cure the take to have we matter. Oh my God. Nobody cares about this.
It would be worse than the problem itself?
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what.
If we take care of the cure, that will make the problem worse no matter what. Anthony Andrea. Why is the Senate reluctant to investigate the prior administration? Graham is a disappointment. It took Pelosi 4 months to figure out there's no funding for first responders and workers' comp and food for the needy. Exactly, Anthony. Thank you. Exactly. The senators want to play both sides because it's a lot more difficult to become a senator than a congressman. And Lindsey Graham, Anthony, does not want to lose his Senate seat. So he has establishment Republicans that don't like Trump. That's why Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio and all these people, it's very difficult to have a senator act like Matt Gaetz and Jim Jordan. That's just they don't want to take a stand. I don't really. I can't tell you that I understand it completely, Anthony, other than they want to play both sides, Anthony. They want to play both sides. So they get called on Fox, but then they don't get too much negative press from the New York Times. So Lindsey Graham plays this balancing act. He plays a balancing act to where in his mind he can keep his Senate seat. Dilly Raver! FFS, Todd, and the rest of the fake news posse should get better at the lies or tell the truth. I'm down for option 2. Yes. I'll just say D-Raver. Thank you so very much. Their whole thing, though, is trying to get away with as many lies as possible. And then claiming that Trump only lies and doesn't care about the truth. They don't care about the truth themselves. They want reality they want to alter reality to the point where Trump was never set up. There was never anything to Clinton's email servers with top secret intel. Trump was an anomaly. So Anthony Andrea, the Republican senators are more reluctant to tell the truth because the way that they look at things from the vantage point of how do I keep my Senate seat and how do I ensure that the New York Times doesn't go after me? Because the second, Jim Jordan, they went after him. John Radcliffe, they're going after him. William Barr, they're going after him. Valerie Rogers, I don't speak Biden. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Let's listen to this again.
Let the cure be worse than the problem itself?
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what. No.
We have to take care of the cure. That will make the problem worse no matter what. Nobody knows what that means. Who knows what that means? So hold on. There's some other ones. Let's see. This is a great one, too. Okay, hold on. Where's the liquor one?
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school, proudly for Holloway, proudly for your dad, first African-American state senator. And by the way, I sit on the stand where
I sit on the stand.
Hot, I got a lot of, and to get hot, I got on the stand, and to get hot, I got a lot of, I got hair.
What does he even say here?
And to get hot, I got a lot of, I got hair. On the stand.
I sit on the stand. Okay.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got a lot of.
I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got a lot of.
Got hairy legs that
turn blonde in the sun.
Turn that
girl.
That turn blonde in the sun.
In the sun.
And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool.
Yeah, tell us more, Joe. Maybe you could tell us in the centennial of the 19th Amendment when Democrats really pick you for a nominee.
And rub my leg down.
I don't see nothing wrong with rubbing Biden's leg head down.
So it was traded and then watch the hair come back up again.
Oh, that's so nice. I want to see Biden's hair come back up again. What could be a better... What could be a better nominee for the Democratic Party?
That turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. So it was traded and then watch the hair come back up again.
So this is the man that's going to be the nominee? I don't think so. Something tells me it ain't going to happen. And I'm the only person who has told you this since 2017.
South Carolina is going to determine who the next president of the United States is going to be. You really are. You're the ones that sent
Bill Clinton to the presidency, and you're the ones that sent Barack Obama to the presidency. And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you'd like to see help out. If not.
He's a candidate for the United States Senate. He's a candidate for the United States Senate. Okay? A candidate for the United States Senate. Oh, I love this. I love Elon Musk is the man. He's leaving California 10,000 jobs because Californian Democrats do not like jobs at all. Tesla's Musk says ready for arrest, reopens plan against orders. Wow. 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 He's the man. He is the man. Anyone who doesn't think that Elon Musk is doing the right thing must have a lot of savings. Because, yes, he's a billionaire. I'm talking about the people want to get back to work. People want to get back to work. The people who don't want to get back to work aren't worried about safety. They have enough savings to where they don't care. These are the same people who voted during the pandemic. Wow, he is the man. Elon Musk is the man. Bill Abrams, hello. Thank you. Let's look at this. He's the man. It would be interesting to see what California does. The state is run by the biggest imbeciles on the planet. Pretty unbelievable. Pretty unbelievable. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is a pretty amazing story. It'll be interesting what Newsom does. Oh my God, it'll be interesting. Elon Musk defies stay-at-home order to reopen Tesla and asked to be arrested. What worse can they do for the people of California? Jacob Reed! UHL will be turning into you when the indictments go down. Been watching you since. Hello, I'm H.A. Given, author, columnist, and journalist for Fanula. God bless you, my friend. Jacob Reed! God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for watching from the beginning. From the beginning, Jacob, thank you very much for watching. And, Jacob, this November will not only vindicate my voice, it'll vindicate you, everyone watching, all our voices. Democrats are heading towards not only another loss, but complete, basically, the end, pretty much the end of their I mean, pretty much the end of their political party or paradigm. This is amazing. This is amazing. If anyone is arrested, I ask that it only be me. We'll see what that... You know what? Nothing could be better for businesses in California. Like, thousands have left. Like, major companies have left California because it's the most... It's a horrendous business environment for large businesses. Jacob, thank you. Craig Ludlow, thanks, HA, for everything. You're the man. I want you to remember that. Electatious TV. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you, Craig and Jacob. Craig Lidlow, thank you very much. The kind words are greatly appreciated. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, Craig, it's people like Craig and Jacob and everybody here. Craig, those words mean a lot to me because as a content creator, especially one that talks about politics, I don't really care. The people. I mean, the people who don't like my political views, they can, do something to themselves that I can't say on YouTube. But it's the positive messages and the support that mean a great deal to me. So, Craig, thank you very much. Very kind of you. And it means a lot to have that, support. I greatly it's greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. And you look, and it really is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable that this is all going to go down. Do you realize, ladies and gentlemen, all the frustration, all the negative stories about President Trump, the whole setup framing the president, disparaging Trump supporters, disparaging anyone, progressives, independents, anyone who would even think of voting for President Trump for 4 years. They have spent 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, not one day, not one moment, not 1 second. Not 1 second was spared. Not 1 second was spared from vitriol. No respite from nothing. Not a moment to just take a second to say, okay, you know what? He did good when he did a good job being the first president to step foot in North Korea. He did a good job signing a peace deal to end America's longest-running military conflict. He did a good job to reverse all the failed policies of Bush and the previous president before President Obama. I mean, before President Trump, President Obama. Not one moment to say, okay, you know what? We had record low unemployment. They never spoke about unemployment. Now they're like, oh my God, there's 20% unemployment. Well, yeah, guess who wants to open up the economy? It's come to the point where Elon Musk, a genius, brilliant inventor, is asking to be arrested by Democrats in California. Because it ain't the Republicans that want to arrest him. If you don't want businesses to open up, it's not, you don't care about human lives because you almost certainly voted or were okay with voting during the pandemic. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, did you know that California now has a $54 billion budget deficit? A $54 billion budget deficit? Does that make any sense at all? I wonder what the budget deficit is now New York already had a $6 billion budget deficit. These states are the most mismanaged states. It's unbelievable. You couldn't let healthy people go work? And then it kept people at risk? Told them to stay home? You couldn't do that? People couldn't do that? Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right after this. I have a segment on Elon Musk. This is a breaking news story, people. I'm going to do another segment also on this channel, too. This is a breaking news story. He's basically telling them to, basically, wow. This is amazing. And if they don't, listen, if they arrest Elon Musk, you are going to see a mass exodus. There's already a mass exodus of businesses. If they don't arrest Elon Musk, then they're saying to the world, well, you know what? If you're a billionaire fighting for what's right, because they know these stay-at-home orders are draconian and unconstitutional, but then they'll say, well, if you're not a billionaire, we'll arrest you. But if they do arrest him, it's game over. The entire planet will look at California and say, okay, you have 40 million people. More people lost their lives from the flu in 2015 and 2017 in California. Go to the CDC records. Go to the CDC records. It says so, and the CDC record says so. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to Bizarro World Goodman. Subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Thank you, Robert Clausen. Robert Clausen, thank you. Eric H526, thank you. Craig, thank you. Craig Ludlow, thank you. Jacob, thank you. Bill, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Go to Tammy, thank you. Go to H.A. Goodman's other channel in about 15 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I will have a great segment on what Elon Musk is doing. It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so very much. This is a big news story, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And have a great evening. Just go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now.